Naomi, wait.
Ruth, dear, what are you doing here?
I want to go with you.
But I'm going back to Israel. You don't know anyone there. Your people are here in Moab. What about your mother and father?
I said goodbye to them. I want to be with you.
I have no more sons for you to marry and give you babies. You should stay here with your own people as Orpah did.
But you are more than just a mother-in-law to me, Naomi. You are my friend. Let me go with you.
You don't know what you're getting into. In my country there are none of your idols to worship. No Asherah poles, no high places to pray to your gods. And the language will be a problem. Foreign women are often mistreated by the Jews.
It doesn't matter. I won't let you travel alone.
Ruth, you have been such a friend to me. When my husband died, you were the only one in Moab who was there to cry with me. And you were also there for me when my 2 sons died.
One of your sons was my husband, Naomi. And you were there for me too.
There is no way I can change your mind.
Where you go I will go, and where you stay I will stay. Your people will be my people and your God my God. Where you die I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me.
Come, then, my friend.
Where will we live, when we get to Israel? Bethlehem?
You soak up my words like a sponge. Yes, Bethlehem is my home, and Bethlehem is where you and I shall make our home. And, fortunately, we will be arriving in there at the barley harvest.
Is that good?
Well, we won't have trouble finding food to eat.
But you don't have any land there. How can we harvest what we have not planted?
It is the custom of my people, to let the poor people follow the harvesters.
The gleaning.
Very good. You may fit in there after all. And you're certainly pretty enough. Perhaps I can reward your loyal friendship by playing the matchmaker.
I don't understand.
Oh, look, there is Bethlehem and the harvest has begun.
Shall I join the gleaners behind the harvesters in the fields?
Yes, you do that. But, not here. They're just down the road a little farther.
I don't understand. This field is larger.
Yes, but the field down the road belongs to Boaz. He is a relative of my husband. Be sure to tell him who you were married to. Come on, hurry. Boaz is coming out to the field.
Naomi, look. You were right. We will have plenty to eat here.
Well, good for you.
Good for us. We have almost a week's supply of grain here from just one day of gleaning.
Did you meet Boaz?
Yes. But he didn't treat me like the other gleaners.
How so?
Well, as you predicted. He seemed pleased that I was related in marriage to your husband. Even though I am a... What did he call me?
A Gentile.
Yes. I assume it means that I am an outsider. He told me not to glean in any other fields but his. That there would be plenty to be gleaned in his fields.
I think he likes you.
I think I know what a matchmaker is.
What could you possibly mean?
You talked to Boaz while I was in the fields, didn't you?
Me?
Yes. When we sat down for lunch. Boaz knew all about the fact that I left my mother and father in Moab, so you wouldn't have to travel alone.
It doesn't hurt to prime the pump a little. So, tell me. What happened?
At first I thought his harvesters were just being careless. Because after lunch they started missing a lot more grain. I mean, a lot more. but only the harvesters who were in front of me seemed to be missing a lot of grain. None of the other gleaners gleaned nearly as much as I did. And I'm no better at it than any of the others.
That's a good sign. He likes you. He really likes you.
You think so? I mean, I am a Gentile.
You're a pretty Gentile, and you're my friend. You stayed with me when I needed you. And now you're reaping your reward for being faithful. Now, we close in for the kill.
The kill? What kill?
It's a figure of speech.
But
go to the threshing floor and let him see how pretty you are until the sun goes down. Then, when he lies down, you sleep at his feet.
At his feet?
It's a custom here. It lets him know you're interested in more than just his grain.
Naomi.
Go.
Well, what do I do if he's interested, you know?
Boaz is a gentleman. He'll treat you like a lady.
But I'm a Gentile.
Go.
But
trust me. I'm your friend.
Naomi. I'm home.
Well, I see he gave you some grain. What else happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, nothing that I was expecting. I mean, you know what would have happened if I would have tried that stunt in back home in Moab?
Boaz must have at least said something.
He called me a woman of noble character. Is that good?
Yes.
Back home, that's what they say about you, if they think you're ugly. And grain is something they give to an ox.
I hear wedding bells.
Naomi, are you feeling all right?
Ruth, my beautiful friend, Ruth. There is no greater compliment for a woman in all Israel than to be called a woman of noble character.
But how do you know he's going to marry me? It was just one little compliment and some grain.
Boaz is your Goel.
My what?
He's your Goel, your kinsman redeemer.
Okay.
It's a tradition that started a long time ago. When a man dies before having children, his relatives must marry the dead man's wife and have children with her. So the dead man's name will be passed on to future generations.
You Israelites have some strange customs. Are you saying that Boaz would marry me, but our children will bear the name of my first husband?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That's not fair to Boaz. Our children would inherit his money, but they would carry some other man's name.
A man would have to see something very special in a woman to do that, wouldn't he?
Do you really think so?
Think so. I know so.
I'm still a little foggy about your customs.
Boaz is second in line to redeem you as his wife. Boaz now has to go to the city gate to try to talk your first redeemer into waiving his right to marry you.
You're kidding. He would do that for me.
Did he cover you with his blanket when you slept at his feet last night?
Yes.
He would do that for you, my special friend. Go now.
Go where?
To the city gates, to see if Boaz can win you from your first redeemer.
Why don't you go?
I'm going to stay here and pray.
Pray? For what?
Your first redeemer is a very wealthy man. He knows, everybody in Bethlehem knows what a beautiful woman you are inside and out. Boaz will have to do some slick talking to win you away from him. Go. And stay out of sight. If he sees how beautiful you are, there is no way he'll let Boaz have you. Go.
Naomi. I'm home.
Well. How did it go?
I don't know. I couldn't hear what they said.
Well, then what did they do?
They each took off a sandal and exchanged them.
Yes.
Is that good?
Ruth, my friend, my beautiful faithful friend. That is good, that is very good.
You mean I can marry Boaz?
Yes, I will now walk you down the aisle, and give your hand in marriage to Boaz. I wish I could do more. If I were the Lord, I would put you into the line of the Messiah.
Based on a play by Bob Snook. Conditions for use: do not sell any part of this script, even if you rewrite it. Pay no royalties, even if you make money from performances.
You may reproduce and distribute this script freely, but all copies must contain this copyright statement.